Okay guys, so in this task we have to print hexadecimal number. So hexadecimal number is just 0 to 9 and A to F. Okay, so you say write a program that prints out the numbers of base 16 in lowercase followed by a new line. So we are to do that, and we are not supposed to use printf and put. We are to use putchar alone. All our functions should be in the main, and you can only use putchar 3 times. Okay, so first thing I want to do, I'll be showing you 2 ways to solve this as well, which will be using the while loop and the for loop. And then we can even use probably 3 or 4 ways. We can use while loop and for loop together. We can use for loop and while loop together. So that's like 4 ways, but I'm going to be showing you 2 major ways, and then you can mix it up yourself. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is, since we need to print alpha decimal first and then A to F, right? So we'll do like this, and then let me list these are all the files I have here. So um so 8, right? So the first thing I want to do is include my stdio.h, right? And then I would write my description, main, right? And my main should be print base 16. Okay, and I'll have my return value should 0. Right, so let me just give this one dot there, right? And then I'll exit out of this and write my main. I'll give it no argument or no parameter rather, and then this one I set it like this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to print the 0 to 9, right? So I can do my char as well, because I don't know if they specified that we should use char. Let me just confirm. So they didn't specify though, but majorly char will still work because we're not printing so much number. So we can initialize it if we're using value, and I'll say this one will be number n, right, for numbers, and then I'll give the number is starting from 0, right? And then we can have another char for alphabet A. So instead of A for alphabet end with T, right? Let me just put T for alphabet so it doesn't confuse you. So this one will start from A, right? And then we come here, so we'll write our first while loop to print the decimal for us. So we'll do like this, and then we have our parentheses, right? So while our n, right, is equals to O, while our n is equals to while our n is less than or equals to 10, right, or equal to 9, because we want to print 0 to 9. Yeah, I think this one should be better. So we should print putchar, we should print n. So this place is just saying that n is 0, so 0 is less than 9, right? It is true, so it's going to print 0. Then we increment it, then we say n plus plus. So once it prints 0, it will come here, and 0 plus 1 becomes 1. So is 1 less than 9? Yes, to print 1. So we have 0 and 1 already. So if we execute this one again, it will print, if you increase again, it become 2, like that till it become 9. So when this one become 10, 10 is 10 less than 9? No, then it will come out of the loop. So that then it will come out of the loop, and we'll make it print the alphabet as well. Okay, so we'll do our another while loop, right? Okay, so we'll do that, and then our parentheses. Okay, so we'll now do the same thing and say while t is equals to, so t equals to f, we're going to stop, Abby. So t is less than or equal to f, so we could just do less than g. Okay, or we could leave it like this, f. So the f will be inside small quotation like this. So we want to print, we should print t, right? Okay, that's for alphabets. Okay, and then we'll increase alphabet, so say T plus plus. Okay, so I think this one should do. And then next thing we want to do, we want to add a new line. So this is the third putchar according to them. So we'll put our two this and then this, right? And then we'll write our return value to be 0. Okay, okay, so with this we should be able to print 0 to 9 and A to F as T equals to A, and then A will be incremented here. Okay, so we can do that, and then let's run our code. So let's first use Betty to confirm that we are right. Okay, so Betty says we are right. Then we can compile it with GCC, right? And then execute our code. So we have 0 to 9, A to F, right? So the second way we could solve this is using the for loop. Okay, so we'll just be, you can just copy that 8, right? So I'll call this one 8 print.c. So I'll vi into my 8 print.c, right? And then I can change this one to for loop. So I'll say for, and then n, I'll say this n equals to 0, I'll bring it down, right? Yes, so I'll write here and say n is equals to 0, but I'll have to put this here, right? And then I'll put space here, and I'll put here. So this n plus plus, I'll put it here as well, n plus plus, and I'll come here to delete this one. Okay, so this one too, I can leave it like this and it's still going to run. Okay, so this is the second method. And then the third method would be like this. So you can change this one to for, and then change this one to while loop back and replace all those things. So for loop, and then T equals to A. So this T equals to A, we'll bring it down here. So just write T here, and then say T is equals to A, right? And then this T plus plus will bring it here, and then you delete this one here. And with this, your code should still run. So by the time we do Betty a.c, Betty say we are good, and then we do GCC a.c, GCC say we are good, and we execute it, and then we still have the same thing. So that's it. See you in the next video, guys.